Not much, and then since I've been here, I haven't left. Family time. Good. But yeah, he would just buy a house here. Let's see if you like it more than one.
What y'all been doing? Who you waiting on? What you doing? How you doing? Go, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, all. What an exciting time for our West Virginia State Park system. Thank you for taking the time to join us in the beautiful mountains of Tucker County this morning and at this newly renovated lodge. We're so proud of this facility. Many others like it across the state. To start, I'm Brett McMillian. I'm the Deputy Chief of West Virginia State Parks. And we are honored to have our speaker today with us, who is, in all reality, the man responsible for all of these projects. We're seeing growth and revitalization in our park system that's unprecedented. We see levels of change that make other states envious of the items that we're doing in West Virginia. The governor's vision, dedication, and commitment to tourism and parks is something that we all welcome as a change. You know, not so many years ago, those of us who have been in the park system for years struggled to determine where that funding for the duct tape and Band-Aids that we use to hold the park system together with would come from. Now that's not the case. We've had the opportunity under this administration's leadership to flourish, and the numbers are absolutely amazing. You'll hear Chelsea Ruby talk shortly about how our revenue and our attendance numbers are absolutely through the roof. But it wouldn't be possible without the man sitting to my immediate left. And without further delay, I'd like to introduce you and welcome Governor Justice back to Blackwater. Thank you, folks.
Oh, it'll work. Okay. Well, listen, you know, it's a pleasure to be here. It's incredible. The beauty is off the chart. We all know all that. We all know the advantage to bringing more and more people in from a standpoint of tourism and all the different things you do. But really and truly, and whether it be Brett or Chelsea or myself or all y'all, you had to really do one thing. You had to believe. You had to really, truly believe just what a resource you are and what an opportunity that we have. Now, like it or not like it, you know, to me, you had a lot of past leaders that, in going through the budget, they'd say, well, we need to do this, and we had 14 legislatures that wanted something else, and they wanted something else, and then we really got down to where we still were short $18 million. And what did we do? We said, well, we can cut 18 million out of our parks or whatever what it may be, and we can get by some way, somehow. Really very, very short-sighted in my opinion. And at the end of the day, like it or not like it, but you got this big guy that's got dirt on his coat and sitting on this stool that is really sturdy, and I believed. In fact, I've known all along what a lot of you have known, but really and truly, maybe just didn't have quite the control or whatever that you needed to be able to do something about it. At the end of the day, we know how good we are in West Virginia. We know. and we know the beauty that we have and the opportunity we have. You just had to have someone that had the power and believed and shared in your thoughts. So we can talk all day long about lots of different things, but the accomplishments are unbelievable. You cannot argue. There's no way. We make an investment here of $5 million, and who knows how many $5 million that that's going to bring to West Virginia over and over and over again. And not only that, it's going to bring people here that somebody is going to say, dag, not only do I just want to come there and visit, I want to live there. The multiplier effect of those dollars is off the chart. Now, I've been all over the world getting here today, and the weather didn't cooperate a lot, and other things all kind of blew up and everything. And then, but we've made it, and I apologize for us being late getting here. But I'm going to tell you just this. There's nobody that can celebrate West Virginia's successes on the fact that we truly became really proud of our own pond. That's all it took. At the end of the day, it goes back to the guy in South Carolina that I was around all the time that said, no frog is much of a frog unless they're proud of their own pond. That's what it took. You knew how good your pond was. You needed somebody, these great people, myself, you needed somebody to be proud enough to say, by God, we're going to do this. And we're going to put real money in it. And we're going to change the landscape. 100+ million in parks. Every single park, some level of renovation has been done or being done right now. Every park. And you know what we need to do? We need to do it again. We need to just keep doing it. I mean, it is the absolute biggest winner that we could ever have. The number one thing that I knew before the first day of the state, the number one thing we had to do in West Virginia is change our image. That's what we had to do. We had to put a stake in the sand and say education is going to be our centerpiece. Why? Because people on the outside thought we were the backward, poor state that could never be anything. We had to put the number one stake in the sand was that. We had to change our image. And now look what's happened. Now the outside world says, dag, West Virginia isn't that kind of state. West Virginia is this miraculous state, the diamond in the rough that we all miss. And look at all the travel guides. My good gracious sakes of living. It's unbelievable what's happening in West Virginia because we knew just how good you were. You knew how good you were. And we had to just some way, somehow tell our story. Now, this beautiful lady right here has done an ungodly job telling the story. I mean, that's just all there is to it. We thank Brett. We thank her. We thank all of you. At the end of the day, I mean, can you imagine? Can you really just imagine if you back up 4 or 5 years ago and imagine that somebody walk up to you and tell you that Lonely Planet and Condé Nast and all these different people, Time Magazine of all people, and on and on and on, would say West Virginia's the best? Would you have ever in the world dreamt it? No way. No possible way. To be perfectly honest, I'm really proud of you. I don't blow smoke at anybody. I don't tell you anything other than the truth, the best I can do it. I make plenty of mistakes. And when I make a mistake, I learn from it and go on. But I'm not going to tell you anything but the truth. I'm not going to blow smoke at you. And when I tell you I love you, I mean it. I'll even get myself in trouble from time to time with baby dog, But even her, and I say it over and over, and it's the honest to goodness truth. She makes everybody smile. She does. She loves everybody. I mean, it's unbelievable. The people that come, the kids pull on her, everybody in the world, she loves everybody. Now, couldn't we learn a ton from just that? Wouldn't it be great if we made others smile? And wouldn't it be great if we all loved everybody? we'd all be better. We'd be a better place too. So with all that, people get upset with baby dog. I'm glad they don't have much of a life, and so the ending of what I would say to you is congratulations. You've done great work. It's beautiful beyond belief. This place is spectacular, and the beauty right as soon as you open the door outside is off the chart. So I'll defer to you, young lady.
Right. Thank you, Governor. We appreciate you coming back. First, I want to give a thanks to the locals. So my family and I spent the weekend here this weekend. My kids both told me this morning that we're now a skiing family. So I guess I have to learn to ski soon because they can't stay in ski school forever. But we had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We talk a lot about the communities across the state who are welcoming tourists. And I can say firsthand that you guys do one of the best jobs in the entire state. So thank you. I know we've got the county commission president, the mayor, economic development, CVB, but thank you all for always being such wonderful partners. Governor, I was thinking back this morning to the very first ribbon cutting that I got to do with you, and it was I think it was Pipestem. And I remember being so nervous thinking, how is all this going to work and what are we going to do? And now this is routine. We get to do so many of these because of all these projects. So the governor mentioned it, but I want to say it one more time. We have done more than $150 million in our state parks. Every single park and facility in the system has received some sort of upgrade. I have never gone to the governor and asked for tourism money that he didn't say yes to. I will also tell you I have never gone to the governor and asked for money when he didn't increase the ask that I asked him for. He really and truly believes in these parks and believes we can do more. Just last summer, Jordan Dameron was up here visiting on a weekend, and he called me and said, there's no parking at Blackwater. There's too many people at the falls. And so we went to the governor and said, there's too many people. He said, what are you waiting on? Go build another parking lot. Make sure you can do it. And so that's the level of commitment that we have. So I want you all to know that on a day-to-day basis, he always has his hand on my back, pushing me a little bit further and a little bit harder to make sure that we don't stop going.
Push me off this
I won't. But please know that this is not the end. We're wrapping up this $151 million in renovations, but the governor is going to continue pushing us to grow and grow the state park system. So again, Governor, we can't thank you enough. It's just unbelievable to see the changes that we've made here. Revenue in the state park system is up 52%. Those are real numbers. Those are pulled out of OASIS, the state's accounting system. The state parks last calendar year brought in 52% more revenue than the first year that the governor was here. So those numbers speak for themselves. Again, we look forward to joining you year after year as we continue to invest in these parks. Thank you all for being here today. We can't thank you enough for what you do to bring in folks day in and day out. So with that, I think there's a gift for Baby Dog, but you didn't bring her. But they're going to bring it up to you.
We didn't want you going home empty-handed, Baby Dog, so we got our Blackwater full treats and a bandana.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, she'll wear that proudly, and she'll go through this like wildfire. But no, that's really great, really, really great. You know, and the only reason I didn't bring her is just this is yesterday. She was with me yesterday, and you can't believe it. I mean, she, you know, if she's with you and she's with a bunch of people and all that, and she's greeting everybody coming and going, and she is a bulldog. You know, and she just collapsed. I mean, that's all there is to it. And all night long, you know, normally she's up in the bed, you know, but all night long I could hear her. but she's had it today. And so we'll have to let her rest one day. So anyway, she'll come back.
That's a promise for Baby Dog to come back on the next trip. So we're going to cut the ribbon, but I do want to acknowledge one thing. So you all see the amazing renovations that have been done here in the lodge. The furniture's on back order, but it'll be here. But if you haven't toured the rooms, please take a few minutes when you go before you leave to go upstairs. We've got some rooms open, but they are world class. The other thing I just want to note is these improvements aren't just here at Blackwater. I see folks here from Canaan Valley Resort State Park. We've also done amazing things over there with the lift ticket system, with the new bathhouse and campground upgrades, with, what am I missing? The tube park expansion. and then the cabin renovation. So they're everywhere. So we're going to cut this ribbon in honor of both the upgrades here at Blackwater and at Canaan. So those of you who are participating, please come on. Yep. You're right here. Come here. I'll stand.
Well, you've got me.
I'll help you.
Okay, I'm gonna lay this down. You and I are gonna do this,
All right.
okay?
Ready, everybody? 3,
Oh,
2.
wait a minute, we better get this where it don't smash my fingers.
You ready?
Come on.
3, 2, 1.
Congratulations, everybody. Way to go, way to go.
All right.
Good
Check
stuff.
out the rooms and enjoy lunch. Thank you all for coming.